Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
This is John Shannon from theSHIFT. You're listening to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation.
Walking out, the lights of the city burn bright on the inside. Everybody wanted to be far, not near. But can they see when you disappear with me? But we can break it down from your right to your left, from your up to down, just to give me your best shot. Dark as the night, so I'll shine a light. Have no doubt we're gonna work the whole thing out. Dreams are calling out my name, so everybody knows your name, so what? Soul. Everybody will know my name, so what? I'm walking out there, things aren't quite what they really seem to be. But did the ground wash up as you prove yourself, like all those things that you never really said to me? I said that we could break it down from your right to your left, from the up to the down, just to give me some definition. Never paid mine, never gave no time. Go ahead and how you feeling fine with the ink crawled on. Dreams are calling out my name, so everybody knows your name, so what? I heard it on the southern wind of my soul. Everybody will know my name, so what? Everybody knows your name, so what? southern wind of my soul. Everybody will know my name, know my name. Dreams are calling out my name. It's all. Everybody who knows your name sold out. I had it on southern winds in my soul. Everybody will know my name. Yo, somebody what?
All right, everybody. Here we are. We're going to be chatting with John from the band theSHIFT. I had the pleasure of interviewing these guys and recording a live performance on Local Outbreak. John, how long ago was that? Was that like a year and a half ago? It was a while ago, right?
Yeah, it does seem like a while ago, man. I guess it was over a year, maybe last fall or something.
Yeah. And you guys, of course, you're going to be back in the area up here in New Hampshire, where I am. What is it? Kind of middle of November?
Yeah, exactly. We'll be at Panucci Ale House in Concord, New Hampshire on the 10th, Thursday, playing there with Zoo Crew, and then Friday the 11th, we'll be at the Shaskeen in Manchester.
Oh, it's a great room.
Yeah, totally. We're looking forward to it. We haven't been back up in a while, so we're looking forward to it.
Have you guys played the Shaskeen in the past?
We have. We've played it a handful of times. It's always a great time. It's
Yeah.
a great room. We enjoy it.
Yeah. So I guess the obvious question is, what have you guys been up to since the last time we talked? What's new with the band? I saw quickly. I did see one thing online about the track "Dreams," which is a great song. I know that was in rotation on 100.1 The Planet. In fact, up my way, and that won some awards, didn't it?
Well, down in South America, where we just were, in Peru specifically, Dreams found its way onto really the main radio station in Lima. And it just kind of caught fire down there, and they ended up naming the song number 5 of the year.
Wow.
It entered into rotation in October, and by January we were number 5 out of like 150. We're the only independent band on that whole list. It was like Coldplay and Florence and the Machine in 1975. So it was a pretty cool thing that randomly happened. We still don't know exactly how it ended up on the radio there. We have a friend who went down there with some CDs. Supposedly the head of the radio was always scouting out bands. But it just seemed to hit a nerve with the people of Peru. So that's one thing we've done since we saw you last is we just did a 2-week tour. And we were in Chile and Peru, and that was just amazing. And this is really these shows coming up in New Hampshire are kind of our first string of shows being back in the States. So we're excited for that. Another big thing that's been going on is we've been working with Artie Kornfeld. Artie Kornfeld created Woodstock in 1969. And I met Artie he does a radio show, an online radio show called The Spirit of Woodstock. And we just became friends, and he took an interest in the shift. He really digs the music. He digs the spirit of the music. And so we're, starting to be in the studio with him.
Wow.
On our next album with him. He's kind of coming out of the woodwork to to help us out and to spread the word. So that's pretty exciting for us as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I want to back up a little bit. What's it like to tour down in South America, to go to Peru? I mean, is that I got to be honest with you personally, I think I'd be a little nervous. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was definitely a risk. I mean, because we're going, at this point, we went on, somewhat of an individual basis. I mean, pretty much tour managing ourselves.
Wow.
And none of us. I mean, Ben Guy's bass player for theSHIFT, he speaks the most Spanish, but it's still not fluent. And our point people who were helping us out, even their English wasn't the greatest, but we got through. I mean, it definitely made like tours in the States seem very easy. Because you got to watch what you can't drink the water. And food. You got to watch the vegetables. You got to watch what you're eating all the time. And so if you're not drinking as much water, you're less hydrated. There's a give and take. But then, our shows were incredible. I mean, we have like, I don't know, 300 or 400 people singing our music, and people who knew the music more than anybody up here does yet at the moment. So it took some courage. We did it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be putting out a mini documentary about it, and because it was pretty guerrilla style, but it was great. It was a really great time.
Yeah, good for you guys. Yeah, that definitely takes some nerve to do that. Wow.
Well, thanks for recognizing that.
Yeah.
It is true.
Oh,
it's a lot of the unknown,
Yeah.
Especially on such an independent level.
Is there any? I mean, you mentioned doing a documentary, but is there any existing footage already on YouTube or anything of those shows?
I think there's some floating around. There's a bunch on Instagram. Just like clips from the shows from followers, and on our Instagram, which is our handle is Shift with Us. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of photos from Peru on our Instagram and on our Facebook.
Yeah,
which is the Shift Official. So you can see stuff on there. Yeah,
cool.
But there'll be more stuff coming out. We're pretty fresh back, so there's a lot of material that we're kind of handling and starting to get out there for people to see.
Now, when you're not, when you're not touring South America, what have you guys been doing? Have you been touring a lot in the U.S.? Have you been doing any recording of new material? What's been happening?
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're working on the material with Artie Kornfeld who created Woodstock, who also, was the champion promoter of everybody from Neil Young to Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
And let's see, we since I saw you last, we probably did about 2 cross-country tours.
Wow. Okay.
Out to L.A. and the Northwest and back. And just, we're pretty much touring constantly. We spent a lot of the summer playing. We opened up a new rock club out in the Minneapolis area. That was a highlight.
Wow. Yeah.
We opened up for Third Eye Blind, the band, back in July in Connecticut, which was great. And we're also we're working on there's a record label called Reimagine Music that's very cool. And what they do is imagining of albums or just songs of classic artists. And these guys are actually out of the Northeast as well. And but they've done Beatles, they've done Stones, they've done Nirvana, Dylan, and they get different artists and they do like a reimagining of the song. It's not a tribute album, it's like a creative take on great classic music. And so they invite someone to do an album of the Police, where the Shift reimagines the Police.
Very cool.
Totally. So that's something we've been kind of working on at the same time as all this other stuff. We have really a bunch of irons in the fire right now. We're feeling great,
It occurs to me something that, and obviously, I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have thought about this and talked about this, but, you remind me of the Police in that, obviously you're a 3-piece, but you also, for 3 guys, you've got a very big sound. you know, and
yeah.
And for anyone who hasn't heard you yet, you know, it doesn't sound necessarily like three guys. Like, you know, there's power trios out there and whatnot that, you know, sound like kind of stripped down and whatnot, like a lot of punk bands and whatnot. But
right.
But what you guys do as a rock band, and I mean, how do you even categorize yourselves, or do you try to? You have a very accessible, radio friendly sound, but the songwriting is pretty sophisticated, though.
Yeah, well, thanks. I mean, you know, it's hard to categorize yourself because we're on the inside, so we have all these ideas of what it is, and from the inside, you know, it's something that we say often is cosmic rock and roll, and we use the word cosmic because, you know, in a way, it kind of points at what you're talking about, which is the space. There's a spaciousness that we try to bring. Also, the lyrics reflect more of a transcendental nature rather than just I don't know, songs about relationships and stuff like that. So, and, you know, I mean, personally, we view music as a transcendental tool. You know, I mean, we come from that school.
Yeah.
Cosmic rock and roll. You know, and with the trio, I mean, that's the fun thing about a trio is that there's more. As a guitar player, there's more air to vibrate. You know, and again, to hark back to the Police. I was listening to them the other day and reflecting. They were kind of the predecessors to U2. I mean, maybe they crossed at the same time, but what Andy Summers was doing on guitar, you listen to that and you know that the Edge definitely picked up from that school in a way of like making things sound bigger. And I mean, a band like U2 is essentially a trio with the singer, you know?
Right.
So it's that same space that I'm dealing with as a guitar player and singer, except I'm both.
Yeah, it's funny. I'd never made that connection before that you just made in terms of Andy Summers and the Edge. But you're right. Now that you mention it, absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah, you know, and they were, and also before U2 became, you know, the biggest band in the world, the Police were the biggest band in the world.
Oh yeah,
you know. So, but yeah, no, it does make sense. Their use of the soundscaping guitars, and I think perhaps that's something that I do that promotes a bigger sound. I mean, it's very intentional, and my intention is for us to sound as big as possible. You know, I guess I just gravitate towards that kind of large space, you know, Grand Canyon vista.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, you know, another reason why the Police thing is cool and appropriate is because our drummer, MJ Lambert, is just a fierce drummer, you know, just like Copeland was. And it's I don't know, in a lot of ways it's a rare thing to have a drummer that can be as inventive and emotive and on as MJ is, which, you know, and so a lot of this album is there's going to be a lot of this going to be focused on the drums, you know, and the drum parts, and to kind of honor Copeland. We're not going to play any of the beats. It's going to be all new stuff.
Right.
But I think that was a key thing to what the Police were, you know, his drumming.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Now, so you've got new material that you're working on. Are you guys, after the shows you have coming up here in New Hampshire, where do you guys go next? Do you go back to the studio to record more, or do you have more shows coming up? Or
yeah, we'll be we have after New Hampshire, we'll be back down. We have a show in New York City, and then we have I think Eastern PA as well, in Stroudsburg, a place to go to.
Yeah,
Bear Street Grill a lot. And then we'll be heading over to the Midwest in December for a run, like kind of the whole like Ohio, Chicago area.
Oh, great.
Ohio, Illinois, yep. And in between that, we will be in the studio working on these projects as well. So, a lot going on for us right now.
Yeah, you guys keep a busy schedule. That's good.
busy schedule indeed.
Got a lot on your plates. Do you have any?
Yeah.
I really like, by the way, the video for. I've probably told you this before. I like the video for Dreams quite a bit too, and I know that was the single. Do you have any more videos coming up that you're going to be putting out on YouTube, or are you going to wait for the new material?
Yeah, actually, that was something I almost forgot to mention. We have a video for the song "Consecrate," which is about to be released very soon. We're just wrapping it up now. We filmed that with the same videographer who filmed Dreams, Stevie Pine, who's out in Los Angeles, and we did "Consecrate" out in the Mojave Desert.
Oh,
it came out great. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's something to look out for. That'll be out soon.
So you're doing that with the same director?
Yeah, we did that with the same director. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that because I do. I love the video for Dreams. I think it really captures the song. Because not every, as you know, I mean, not every video does that, and not everyone tries to do that with music videos, really. But sometimes the video has nothing to do with the song. But no, I think that video is really effective at traveling at capturing rather what you guys are doing. So I look forward to seeing the new one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Stevie Pine, he's great. It's always great to work with him.
Cool.
Plus, he's a great guitar player, and so he can match He knows how to line up shots with any intricate guitar stuff I might do. So it's a good thing.
That's cool too, because that's really important, and that's something not every video director gets right.
Absolutely.
One of the most glaring. Have you ever noticed? I've never discussed this with anyone, but it's always been a pet peeve of mine. There's videos out there. I wish I could think of a specific example, but where sometimes what the drummer is playing in the video isn't quite matching, but it's obvious. Like the kick and the snare, it's off. It doesn't match up with what's in the video, and it's. Probably not everyone notices it, but I notice it, and it makes me cringe whenever I see it. It's usually the drums that are the problem.
Yeah, no, I know it can happen. I mean, it's funny because we're all very on that stuff.
Yeah,
because we wanted to really represent it, and we definitely made an effort to line that stuff up.
Look up, the sun is spinning. Look down, the river flows around. Look up, the stars are shifting. And if you want to consecrate the ground. I don't recall the day that I was born. I don't recall the place I was. I'm coming from the moon, stars and sun. I'm coming from the place I was. I didn't have a name, but I was born. I didn't have a place, but I found one. You're talking to the trees and the ocean waves. You're talking to the place we were. I'm saying that we were. Look up, the moon is phasing. Look down, the earth is turning round. trade I was being found. I don't recall the day that I was born. I don't recall the place that I was. I'm coming from the moon, stars and sun. I'm coming from the places I was. I didn't have a name, but I was born. I didn't have a place, but I found one. You're talking to the trees and the ocean waves. You're talking to the places we were. Oh, I'm saying that we were. I'm saying that we were. I don't recall the day that I was born. I don't recall the place I was. I'm coming from the moon and stars and sun. I'm coming from the places we were. I didn't have a name, but I was born. I didn't have a place, but I found one. You're talking to the trees and the ocean waves. You're talking to the places we are. Yeah, I'm saying that we are. Yeah, I'm saying that we are. Oh, I'm saying that we are. Yeah, I'm saying that we are. If you wanna consecrate the ground.
John, you're a busy guy, so we'll just keep you another moment. I do want you to please let's remind everybody, particularly our listeners on 100.1 The Planet, because you've got shows coming up in New Hampshire. If you want to mention those again.
Yeah, sure. Again, so it's Thursday, November 10th. We'll be at Panucci's Ale House in Concord, New Hampshire, and then on Friday we'll be at the Shaz Scheme in Manchester, New Hampshire. For anybody that's up in Burlington, we're playing in Winooski, which is right next to Burlington, Vermont, on Saturday at a place called the Monkey Room.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and actually, have you played up there before? It's a pretty vibrant music scene, actually, that a lot of people aren't even aware of.
Oh, yeah, it's great up there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's kind of tucked away in a part of the Northeast you wouldn't necessarily expect there to be one. But yeah, there's a lot of great music that comes out of that area. So good for you guys.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
cool.
We're looking forward to it.
And of course, the website, theSHIFTofficial.com. Do I have that right?
That's it, man. Yeah, theSHIFTofficial.com.
Cool. I had it open a minute ago, and then the browser just, there we go. The browser just decided to close on me. It does that sometimes.
Yep, yeah. All our social media stuff you can find on there, but, our Twitter handle is Shift With Us, Instagram, Shift With Us, and, Facebook is the Shift Official. Very
cool. All right. Yeah. Well, John Shannon, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to catch up with you. And,
man.
we wish
Thanks
you,
for having me, man.
Absolutely. We wish you continued success, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, man.
It's an elastical feeling, floating sand in the morning, giving into what was never there. you can see it, then it is not there. Do you believe in the things you choose? Or do you believe that it's just some sideways view? If you would speak it, well, maybe you'd lose. But you sit in silence and just defuse. Making alarm calls to find you, tracking the silence behind you. But you were nowhere and already gone. We were out searching for something when you got lost in a calling. Stepped into curb lights to turn you on. Do you believe in the things you do? Or do you believe that it's just some sideways view? 'Cause if you believe it, then baby it's true. days behind to hold up the line. Do so. You're talking to forever, walking into your holy demise. After all, don't wanna hear about it. My heart is in it. the summer goes, where seeds are sown beyond the hidden beams of every home. You feel it, I knew you would, I knew you could. Let all the other times be as they should. Why should I even care if everything falls away? Last I knew there was something up ahead, and now I can't even say. Why should I even care if everything falls away? Last I knew there was something up ahead, now I can't even say. Now I can't even say. And if you go in the morning, who will call in the evening? If you go, then I'm all alone. And if you go in the evening, who will call in the morning? If you go, then I'm on my own. And if you go in the sunlight, who will call in the moonlight? If you go, then I'm all alone. Well, and if you go in the sunrise, who will look into my eyes? If you go, then we're on our own. If you go in the summer, who will call in the winter? If you go, then we're all alone. Well, if you go in the sunrise, who will look into my eyes? If you're gone, then we're on our own.
I was filming the ceiling there for a second. Not even paying attention.
You're listening to The Shift.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.